Far in the northern hills stood a quiet village called Drelwick, a place that always seemed to be waiting for something. Its cottages leaned close together as though sharing secrets, and its streets wound like tangled threads through the valley. Travelers who passed through often remarked that time felt different. Their moments stretched long, and silences carried weight. On the edge of the village, beyond the fields, lay a peculiar stone circle known as the Hearthstones. No one remembered who had placed them, but they rose from the earth like the bones of giants, smooth and weathered, humming faintly in the wind. The elders warned the children never to linger among them at dusk, for that was when the air grew thick, and shadows inside the circle seemed to breathe. Clara, a young seamstress, had always felt drawn to the stones. Her grandmother whispered that their hum was the earth's memory, and that if one listened closely, the stones would share fragments of forgotten tales. One autumn evening, Clara found herself walking there, lantern in hand, long after the sun had dipped below the hills. The fields were silvered with moonlight, and the hearthstones stood taller than ever, their surfaces glistening as though touched by dew though the air was dry. She stepped between them, and the sound began low and steady, like the heartbeat of the valley. Her lantern flame wavered, though there was no breeze. A warmth spread through the stones, and suddenly the shadows lengthened, taking on the shapes of figures, farmers with sickles, women weaving, children playing ghosts of Drelwick's past, caught in an endless loop of their lives. Clary's breath caught as she realized she was watching the memory of the land itself. One figure turned toward her, a boy with a crooked smile and a wooden flute. He lifted the flute to his lips, though no sound came, only silence pressing into her ears. Then, in a voice both near and far, he whispered, "The circle keeps us. Do not forget." The shadows began to dissolve, slipping back into the stone, and the hum faded. Clara stumbled out of the circle, heart pounding. The lantern flame steadied once more, and the fields looked ordinary again. Yet from that night onward, she carried a faint melody in her mind, one she could never quite hum aloud, but which guided her hands as she stitched patterns of spirals and circles into her work. The villagers began to say her cloth carried warmth even in the coldest winters, and travelers came from far away to buy them. Clara never told anyone about the boy or his message, but every evening, as she laid down her needle, she would whisper back toward the hills, "I will not forget."